Okay, what you're looking at on the screen is corn syrup producers want sweeter name corn sugar. Now imagine this. Now you already have no doubt you've heard of high fructose corn syrup, and if you look on any of the packages of things that you get in the store that happen to be a sweetened a sweetened item, you'll a lot of times you'll see high fructose corn syrup, or in some cases you'll see aspartame. Now it's you can hardly find any packages of gum that does not have aspartame in it, and if it doesn't have aspartame, then it has high fructose corn syrup. So let's check this out. It says corn syrup producers want sweeter name corn sugar. This undated television advertisement program provided by the Corn Refiners Association shows a corn maze shaped like a question mark. The makers of high fructose corn syrup want to change their image with a new name, corn syrup. The Corn Refiners Association is filing an application with the Food and Drug Administration Tuesday, September 14, 2010, to get corn sugar approved as an alternative name for food labels. Okay, now all that's going to do to me is just confuse some of the consumers out there. A lot of people don't keep up with the news, and this thing could very well just be a blip on the news radar. And if someone picks up something and says, "Hey, corn sugar," well, I guess that's better than high fructose corn syrup, so I'm going to go ahead and get this. And when they get it, they're actually getting the same thing. Does that make any sense to you? Okay, and I'm not going to equate high fructose corn syrup with crack cocaine, but if someone has crack cocaine and then they say, well, we're going to change the name of it to something a little prettier, maybe just crack delight, and it's like, hey, that can't be that bad. It's the same product. It doesn't matter if the name changes. It's the same product. It's kind of like sin is sin. Sin is not a mistake. It's not the I can't help it. It's nothing like that. Sin is sin. All right. The makers of high fructose corn syrup want to sweeten this image with a new name, corn sugar. The Corn Refiners Association applied Tuesday. Actually, we read a lot of that. Let's just jump down to the meat of this. The group hopes a new name will ease confusion about the sweetener, which is used in soft drinks. Yep, just look on there. You'll see it in soft drinks, unless you drink Diet Coke, and I believe Diet Coke probably has aspartame. Go and research the dangers of aspartame, and you'll probably change your mind about Diet Cokes and things of that nature. All right, soft drinks, bread, cereal, and other products. Americans' consumption of corn syrup has fallen to a 20-year low on consumer concerns that it is more harmful or more likely to cause obesity than ordinary sugar. Perceptions for which there is little scientific evidence. Well, it must be something. You see, when you start putting everything just on scientific evidence, the question is who's doing the studies? Who are doing the studies? And if people are afraid of high fructose corn syrup, then there's a reason why they're not eating it, why they're not consuming it. They must be going off of some type of study. I don't think somebody just jumped up one day and said, "Hey, let's stop consuming high fructose corn syrup." It didn't go down like that. All right. However, some scientists have linked consumption of full calorie soda, the vast majority of which is sweetened with high fructose corn syrup, to obesity. The Food and Drug Administration could take 2 years to decide on the name, but that's not stopping the industry from using the term now in advertising. There's a new online marketing campaign at www.cornsyrup.com and on television. 2 new commercials. Let me just put a thumbtack in this for a second and go back up here. This thing is on it's a 20-year low. A 20-year low. That's the concern. The concern is not your health. The concern is not my health. The concern is how much money they're making or not making. That's pathetic, man. And it really, I had to put a thumbtack there because aggravation was definitely rising up in me on this. This is just, it's sickening how everything is just in that particular industry, in the food and drug industry. You start dealing with pharmaceuticals and all of that type of stuff. It starts with money and it ends with money. Forget about your health. It's about money in so many cases. And I'm not just lumping everybody into that. Trust me, there are companies out there that that are putting out healthy products, and they're not about just the money. They're about making money, but they're about putting out good healthy products. So you have to really be mindful of this when they start changing. Even if they change the label on your Captain Crunch box, you have to start to wonder, okay, what was the change? Did they make a change in the product when they changed the box? It wasn't just a cosmetics things or thing. You have to really observe what's going on with these folks, because again, a lot of these companies are not concerned about your health. So they said it could take up to 2 years, but they're already advertising it as corn sugar, and they even have a website, and they're all on TV advertising it. It says 2 new commercials tried to alleviate shopper confusion, showing people who say they now understand that whether it's corn sugar or cane sugar, your body can't tell the difference. Sugar is sugar. Renaming products has succeeded before. For example, low I'm not sure how to pronounce that word, uric acid rapeseed oil. I've never heard of that. I have to say, I've never heard of that. I have to chase this one down. Became much more popular after becoming canola oil in 1988. Prunes tried to shed a stodgy image by becoming dried plums in 2000. The new name would help people understand the sweetener, says Audrey Erickson, president of the Washington-based group. Well, I've heard a lot of people say that we automatically need to watch our sugar consumption anyway. No doubt there's a lot of fat people in the United States, a lot of overweight people in the United States, a lot of unhealthy people in the United States, and tricking them into accepting a product that may or may not be dangerous is something that you have to be aware of as a consumer, because they're constantly switching things around, and you just have to be careful. So anyway, if you didn't know about this, here it is. You can Google it. You can jump all over YouTube or whatever. I'm pretty sure there are some people who have videos posted much better than this particular video. They can break this thing down a little bit more. All I'm doing is bringing the information to you to give you a start.